One World Cup, 48 hungry nations, teams everywhere, waiting for their chance to lift the greatest trophy in football history. And now, we're just months away from the 2026 FIFA World Cup final. On July 19, 2026, only one nation will turn its fans' dream into reality and bring the cup home. The team that wins will need power, talent, smart tactics, and absolute composure, while fans in countries like Russia, Pakistan, and the Congo are already ready. Heartbroken even before the qualification round, because most countries know their national teams won't even make it to the starting line. But there are only a few nations that can go very, very far. So today we're ranking the 4 countries most likely to steal World Cup glory for their nation. So, with no more talk, let's get started. At number 1 is La Albiceleste, Argentina. From the start of the qualifiers, they've shown why they remain the team to beat. Argentina dominated CONMEBOL on the road to 2026, finishing first, with 38 points from 18 matches, 12 wins, 2 draws, and 4 losses, scoring 31 goals and conceding just 10. This year, they outperformed the other 9 teams, including Brazil, Uruguay, and Colombia, and that result secured them a direct ticket to the 2026 World Cup. Qualifying means advancing from the group stage to the round of 16. But the year before, in the CONMEBOL qualifiers for the 2022 World Cup, Argentina finished second with 39 points from 17 matches, 11 wins, 6 draws, no losses. They scored 27 goals and conceded only 8. They outperformed every team except Brazil. So you can see Argentina in a better position when you compare this CONMEBOL campaign to the previous one. But the question is, could they win back-to-back World Cups with the same rhythm and the same tactics? The answer no longer sounds absurd. The fire from their 2022 triumph still burns, and coach Lionel Scaloni, the mastermind behind that victory, continues to prove he can adapt, confidently rotating between 4-3-1-2 and a 4-4-2 diamond to match opponents while preserving Argentina's attacking identity. Their squad is stacked with attackers: Facundo Buonanotte, Nico Paz, Claudio Echeverri, Alejandro Garnacho, Nicolás González, Paulo Dybala, Julián Álvarez, and Lautaro Martínez. In Argentina's midfield are Enzo Fernández, Rodrigo de Paul, Alexis McAllister, Franco Mastantuono, Thiago Almada, and Leandro Paredes. On defense, Cristian Romero, Nicolás Otamendi, Lisandro Martínez, Gonzalo Montiel, Germán Pesela, Nahuel Molina, Marcos Acuña, and Valentín Barco. And finally, the goalkeepers are still as sharp as ever: Emiliano Dibu Martínez, Jeremías Ledesma, and Walter Benítez. But the edge, and what makes Argentina stop being just a favorite and become a full-on threat, is that it has practically stopped being speculation. Even though there's no official confirmation, everything seems to indicate that Lionel Messi will play the 2026 World Cup. What was a doubt a few months ago now feels like a final mission. And with Messi in the team, Argentina doesn't just keep what made them champions, it amplifies it. Yes, the biggest concern is the absence of Angel Di Maria, who has already announced his retirement. That loss matters. But Messi's presence makes up for something no other national team can manufacture: leadership, reading the game, calm in chaos, and that factor that only shows up in the biggest moments. Confidence is everything, and Argentina has it. Their comeback against France in the 2022 final proved their resilience. When the match broke open, they didn't break, and that mentality remains. Right now, experts give them around a 14% chance of lifting the trophy again, and FIFA ranks them 3rd in the world. Same players, same confidence, same coach. And now, with Messi ready to be there in 2026, many believe the story could end with another World Cup trophy in Buenos Aires. Because if Messi steps onto the field in 2026, what used to be possible becomes dangerously real. At number 2 on the list of the strongest teams in the world, we have France, a nation that has been on fire since 2018. Since that golden year, France has been rising, stronger and stronger. And in 2026, they look like the only true giant standing next to Argentina. Last time, Argentina barely survived against France. The difference came down to 2 legends, Messi and Di Maria. And now the story is different, but not for the reasons some people think. This time, Argentina doesn't arrive without Messi. This time, Argentina arrives with Messi. What changes is something else. France arrives even more complete, with more depth, more options, and a generation that is at its absolute peak. The French squad in 2026 is simply exploding with talent. They're already sitting on top of Group D in first place with 6 points. Their system, their rhythm, their players, everything feels unstoppable. And at the heart of it all, the mastermind is Didier Deschamps, the man who has led France since 2012, the man who gave them the 2018 World Cup and another final in 2022. His contract will end after this tournament. But before stepping down, he wants one last dance, one last crown, and a third World Cup run as manager. And with the squad he has, that dream doesn't feel impossible. The forwards are electric. Kylian Mbappé, the captain, the superstar, the finisher, leads from the front, drifting left to destroy defenders with pace, power, and one-on-one brilliance. On the right, the monster himself, Ousmane Dembélé, winner of the 2025 Ballon d'Or, flying down the wing with speed, dribbling and chaos. Add Bradley Barcola, a rising star with sharp movement and direct play, and you already see danger everywhere. But wait, there's more. Kingsley Coman, Marcus Thuram, Randall Kolo Muani. France doesn't have just one attack. They have an army with total ambition, and every soldier knows how to score and how to attack. In midfield, balance meets brilliance. Eduardo Camavinga, the box-to-box destroyer, breaking up attacks and starting counters. Aurélien Tchouaméni, Real Madrid's midfield anchor, calm, composed, and precise. Adrien Rabiot, combining defensive strength with attacking runs. Warren Zaïre-Emery, the young prodigy, full of energy and vision. And behind them, Guendouzi, Fofana, Dou, Akliouche. This midfield isn't just strong, it's complete. It can defend, it can create, and it can dominate. Defensively, France looks tough, terrifying. Upamecano, Saliba, Konate, Pavard, Lucas Hernandez, Theo Hernandez, Ferland Mendy. A backline built with speed, power, and intelligence. No weaknesses, no hesitation, pure solidity. And in goal, they're more than safe. Maignan, Samba, Chevalier, 3 elite keepers ready to guard the net. Right now, France is ranked second by FIFA, with an 11% chance of winning the World Cup. On paper, this squad is almost untouchable. And when you look at the experience, the firepower, and the stars, they might be the team to fear the most, except for Argentina and Spain. Because if there's one scenario where France can't play relaxed, it's this, a final, with Messi on the other side. Let's be honest, there may not be a single nation in the world strong enough to stop France from winning. Ranked number 1 by FIFA, with over a 10% chance of lifting the trophy, Spain comes in as the 3rd strongest team on the road to the 2026 World Cup. And make no mistake, this team is unstoppable. Fueled by youth, talent, and a philosophy of unity, Spain is building momentum that could finally crown them champions again after 16 long years. At the heart of this transformation is Luis de la Fuente, 64 years old, the mastermind behind Spain's rebirth. Once a youth coach, he guided the U19s to European glory in 2015, the U21s in 2019, and even led Spain to Olympic silver in Tokyo 2020. But his senior career is where the magic exploded. A Nations League title in 2023, an unbeaten Euro 2024 campaign capped with a 2-1 victory over England in the final, and in 2025, pure drama, knocking out France 5-4 in a semi-final thriller. But sadly, they were defeated by Portugal in the final. His mantra? United, we are stronger. And that philosophy shows in every pass, every run, every celebration. De La Fuente's style is the beautiful game reborn. Possession football, fluid attacks, and a 4-3-3 formation that maximizes Spain's technical depth. Up front, Spain stands tall. Alvaro Morata, now 32, the Atletico Madrid warrior, captain, leader, aerial threat. A player who delivers when it matters most, from the Euro final to high-pressure qualifiers. He has over 80 caps, and even at 34 in 2026, his experience will be invaluable. On the left, Nico Williams, just 23, a lightning-fast winger from Athletic Bilbao. He cuts inside with pace, directness, and hunger. He showed his fire at Euro 2024, and now he's even sharper. In the middle, Dani Olmo, Barcelona's versatile creator, a 27-year-old genius who can play as a number 10 or second striker. His finishing, his flair, unpredictable, unstoppable. And on the right, the jewel of Spain, Lamine Yamal, just 18 years old, Barcelona's prodigy, a magician on the wing who drifts inside as an inverted forward, slicing defenses with passes and finishes far beyond his years. And if injuries hit, Spain's depth is frightening. Joselu, Ferran Torres, Mikel Oyarzabal, Yeremy Pino, Fermin Lopez. No weaknesses, only replacements. In midfield, Spain has one of the most complete units in world football. Rodri, 29, back from injury, commanding the pitch as the deep-lying anchor. Zubimendi, precise, calm, and disciplined beside him. Pedri, Barcelona's 22-year-old wizard, with vision, dribbling, and genius written all over him. Fabian Ruiz, the 29-year-old PSG star, bringing vertical runs and goals. Mikel Merino, Arsenal's engine, pressing, intercepting, never stopping. And behind them, backup brilliance from Fermin Lopez, Dani Olmo, Gavi, and Martin Zubimendi. This midfield doesn't just play football, it controls football. Defensively, Spain blends youth with experience. Carvajal, Pedro Porro, Dean Huijsen, Robin Lenormand, Pau Cubarsí, and Marc Cucurella form a strong, organized backline that concedes less than 0.8 goals per game. And waiting in the shadows, Dani Vivian, the aerial powerhouse, and Alejandro Grimaldo, the set-piece specialist. And between the posts, Unai Simon, the hero of Euro 2024, unshakable in qualifiers and the undisputed number one. With backups like David Raya, Alex Ramiro, and the young Joan Garcia, Spain's goalkeeping department is as safe as it gets. The players, the hype, the talent, Spain has everything to win the World Cup in 2026. If the stars align, if their rhythm flows like it has since 2022, this could be the year Spain rises again to reclaim the trophy after 16 long years. And now the last team. It isn't Brazil, it isn't England, it isn't Italy, and it isn't even Germany. This nation is now in the top four, with the highest chance of lifting the World Cup. The final giant in this journey is Portugal, the nation the entire world is watching, the nation every football fan secretly hopes will rise. Why? Because 2026 will be the last World Cup of Cristiano Ronaldo's career. Messi had his story, 5 World Cups, victory at the very last moment in 2022. And most importantly, Messi arrives in 2026 with a real chance to close his story on the field once again, chasing the perfect ending. But for Ronaldo, this is different. This will be his 6th and final World Cup, and there is no second chance. If he wants to complete his legacy, to seal his era as one of football's immortals, he must lift the trophy in 2026. For years, Ronaldo never had the complete squad around him on the World Cup stage. He had moments. He had brilliance, but not the perfect balance. But this time, things are different. The 2026 Portuguese squad is not ordinary. It is fierce, it is balanced, and it is already proving its strength, taking down Spain, dominating qualification, and showing the world they are no longer outsiders. Under Roberto Martinez, Portugal lines up in a 4-3-3 formation, a setup that finally unlocks their full attacking power. On the left wing, Rafael Leão, AC Milan superstar, explosive pace, ruthless dribbling, unstoppable in one-on-one situations. Alongside him, Pedro Neto, a Chelsea star, a relentless runner who cuts inside to strike. In the center, the role is shared between the young sharpness of Gonzalo Ramos, PSG's striker with a poacher's instinct, and of course, Cristiano Ronaldo himself. Still deadly in front of goal, still hungry to complete his career, and still leading the line in what will be his final battle. On the right, 2 rising forces, Francisco Conceição, Juventus's electric winger, full of energy and unpredictability, and Francisco Trincão, with his speed and creativity. And if that wasn't enough, Portugal's bench overflows with attacking firepower. João Felix, the eternal talent, playing between the lines, drifting, creating, finishing. Pedro Gonçalves, Sporting's versatile forward, capable of scoring from either wing or even as a false 9. Depth, variety, danger. This attack is as complete as it has ever been. Behind them lies the core of Portugal's strength, the midfield. Bruno Fernandes, Manchester United's heartbeat, a creative general who dictates the tempo and delivers in clutch moments. Bernardo Silva, Manchester City's magician, weaving passes through the tightest defenses. Vitinha, PSG's rising star, blending energy with technical precision. Ruben Neves, with his control and long-range vision. And the Rock himself, João Palhinha, Tottenham's destroyer, breaking attacks, shielding the back line. This midfield doesn't just pass, it dictates, it commands, it dominates. Defensively, Portugal has built an unbreakable wall. Ruben Dias, Manchester City's warrior, the leader at the back. Alongside him, Gonçalo Inácio and Antonio Silva, with two young defenders rising with confidence and composure. On the flanks, Nuno Mendes, PSG's lightning left back, and João Cancelo, one of the most versatile fullbacks in the world. Add Diogo Dalot from Manchester United, and this back line becomes a fortress. And guarding it all, the man between the posts, Diogo Costa, calm, reliable, and already showing the world his penalty-saving heroics. Backed up by Rui Silva and José Sá, Portugal's goalkeeping unit is as dependable as ever. This squad has everything: firepower in attack, balance in midfield, steel in defense, and leadership in goal. But beyond the tactics, beyond the names, this Portugal team carries something bigger. They carry destiny. They carry the hope of giving Ronaldo his final glory. The world has already seen Messi's story, and now it prepares to see another chapter, because Messi will be there in 2026 on the biggest stage in what could be his last time. Now it waits to see if Ronaldo can write his own. The 2026 World Cup could be the final chapter of one of football's greatest rivalries, and Portugal knows this is their moment. So, what do you think? Who is the strongest among these four nations? Share your opinion in the comments.